stuff like that. So we have to take this music thing very seriously. You know, I think one thing that we all have in common is that we really are church musicians at heart. You know what I'm saying? I've seen all of y'all at church. At somebody's church. I don't play that every church. You know what I'm saying? We all started from, all of us play with the Winans. All of us play with the Clark sisters and somebody, all of us play with Thomas Whitfield, you know. But what it was for myself was the fact that growing up in Detroit, I was around people like Thomas Whitfield. I got to give an honor to Tommy Whitfield because that was my mentor.
Yes, sir.
You know, here in the city of Detroit, Tommy. And then Marvin gave me an opportunity, you know, to work with Marvin Winans. And he introduced me to Twinkie and Karen and Dorinda, and then it just spread it from there. But one thing I noticed that we have some of the best musicians in the world. You know, from Greg Philly Gaines, Ricky Lawson, Byron Miller, Alex Al. I mean, it's, you know, Nate Watts, there's so many of them. So we all have to learn from each other. We all have to, you know, what's up, Weech? Detroit in the house? Yeah, 313, the original. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we have to stand up though, and we have to represent our city, but we have to be wise and we have to be businessmen. We have to turn into businessmen, and what Marcus is doing is amazing because this thing can just grow and grow. We can get corporate sponsorship. I'm actually been blessed to actually be getting ready to start working with Mr. Dan Gilbert here in the city of Detroit, opening up some opportunities for everybody. And, you know, starting with the kids first, you know what I'm saying? Because the kids, you know, they took the music out of the school, so we got to train the little ones so they can come and take over where we left off at, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm really, really, really proud of my man, Eric Rainman Gasson, because Eric, this dude right here, you know what I'm saying? I just watched him grow, you know what I'm saying? Just watched him grow and working with him, you know, and all the other musicians, you know, in the city, you know, just, you know, all the guys, Marcus, just watching everybody just prosper. Derek Sorrell, Bam, Frap, you know what I'm saying, Nick Stone, there's so many of us. It's like we can actually run the industry, but we have to at some point sit down, get the training, get organized. Like you said, it's a certain way that you have to do everything business. You know, stop hating on each other, start supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, for me, the blessing is being a blessing to other people. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can continue to be a blessing to my musicians in my city, then I'm going to continue to get blessed. You know, when I got the gig with Lady Gaga, one thing that they said to me was that, you know, you've helped so many musicians over the years. We never, you know, and we just want to give you something back. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That was from my people in New York. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we, like Marcus said, we got to network. We got to spread out. You can't just crowd this one area. We got to spread out like Chicago did, like Houston, like New York, like LA, like Atlanta. All these cities are prosperous right now. And they're blowing. What's up, Bali? Oh, that's my nephew right there. I love him, man. You know what I'm saying? His father meant so much to me. You know what I'm saying? I got my break, you know, like Mark is saying, how I was able to help him, but it was his dad and Thomas Whitfield that pulled me up. You know, they was like, you don't even look like you can play nothing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go get the bass out the trunk and make it do what it do. But you know, so we got that attitude. We gotta have that Detroit attitude, but we also have to be wise as businessmen and start really supporting each other. You know, it's more than just playing. You know what I'm saying? It's your attitude, your personality, fashion. I mean, you gotta dress the part. You gotta stay up to. You can't still be wearing the brooch and the vest and all that stuff. Them things ain't happening right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, no brooches and none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you gotta change with the time. It's like when they tell you to upgrade your software in the computer, you gotta upgrade your software. I'm continuously trying to evolve as a musician and as a businessman and opening opportunities. The more, if I pull Marcus in, hey, later on he's gonna turn around and pull me back in. So we gotta keep pulling, you know, each other back in. When one guy get in, and the other thing is stay in. Yeah. You know, that's the thing I'm noticing about a lot of Detroit cats. You gotta get the gig, but you gotta keep the gig. It ain't about getting the gig, it's about keeping it. Yeah. You know, if they see us divided among each other, then there's a weakness right there. It's like, okay, well, we can take them out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, let me see, how can I say this?
Straight.
You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that like the Eminem gig should be a Detroit gig.
Yeah.
The Big Sean gig should be a Detroit gig.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doughboy Cash Out, that should be a Detroit gig. You know what I'm saying? We got artists here. We got hit writing songwriters. Duran Goff, my friend who wrote Champagne Life for Neyo. Y'all all know Duran. Right. Church boy from Detroit. Boom. That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep the hustle. We created that hustle mentality. Everybody really trying to be like us. Right, you know, everybody, at the end of the day, anywhere I go in the world, they trying to be like us. So now we need to be like us and keep that hustle, that grind. But it all still starts with, number one, with God first, being blessed. You know what I'm saying? I feel blessed as a musician. As musicians, we are blessed. You know, singers, musicians, engineers, songwriters. But also, it starts with your skill as a musician. One thing I learned from Tommy Whitfield, my mentor, he was like, you're playing, make sure that you're playing quality music. It ain't always gotta be about junk. It's okay, play jazz, play gospel, listen to weird harmonies, you know, expand your musical horizon. You know, Ricky Lawson told me you have to be versatile and you have to be humble. Those are the two keys of this whole game. As long as you can do anything, I can go from hip hop to jazz, to R&B, to gospel, to pop, to punk rock, to old school, whatever. You gotta be versatile, but you gotta stay humble as you go through your journey. It's a roller coaster. It's up. I've been rich and broke like at the same time. You know, it just happens. You know, I hit a whole lot of money there. One phone call, it was all gone. You know, you gotta keep the house. You gotta keep grinding. Do not sit on your ass. Do not fuck around. Don't be late. Don't be talking shit. Don't be getting high. Don't be stealing. It's a lot of shit you just don't do. Period. Don't do that shit. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't work with Puffy. They will cuss you out. A lot of shit will happen to you. Keep on your grind. This is a serious business. There's a lot of money in it. As a songwriter, as a producer, as a manager, whatever you do, we got so many different ways we can go in the game, but we gotta get in the game. You know what I'm saying? We gotta become that championship team that we used to be. We gotta go back. It ain't about Motown. Motown did what they did. Now we are the descendants of Motown. We the kids that grew up on Stevie and on Gladys and on the Temptations and on the Four Tops and on all that Marvin Gaye stuff. You know what I'm saying? We grew up on that, so we have to, and even Turhan, shout out to you, man, and your dad. Your dad was a mentor to me, Earl Van Dyke. See, I got a chance to study with the Funk Brothers. See, people don't know, I studied with Thomas Whitfield, Kamal Kenyatta, the Funk Brothers, and all that, and Michael Powell, and all that stuff came in when I really needed it, which is like right now, because I need checks now. Like J.G. Wentworth, I need money now. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take all that stuff that you learn through your journey, you know what I'm saying, and bring it all together in full circle so that we can all prosper and bless each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be long up here. I just want to thank you guys. Thank you so much, Marcus, man. Again, man, it's really going to be a great event. I just see it in the future, and whatever I can do to help it or to bring sponsorships, or who knows, I may even be able to get Mr. Gilbert to help us fund it, because it's all about those funds. That's what I'm saying. See, I'm saying it's still about prosperity. I'm not a material person, but it's about, we need to be prosperous as musicians. When we come in, we're supposed to be, make it do what it do. So that's what we have to do. Cats, this is not a joke. It ain't no game. It's money out there. It ain't a lot, and it ain't a lot of gigs out there. And the gigs are getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. The budgets are getting smaller because record companies and things that are happening in the industry. And another thing, if somebody puts out a record, I need everybody to support it. When this man record come out, buy it. Don't bootleg it. Don't copy it. Don't hit me up. No. Go on iTunes or wherever he's selling that and buy it. When this man record come out, buy it. We gotta support each other. We gotta show numbers. The numbers. We gotta make Detroit hot again. And that was my whole concept, me and my brother Valdez. Our whole concept was to let's put as many musicians on from Detroit. So when the word get out, people be saying, where you from? Detroit. Where you from? Detroit. Daddy, where you from? Where you from? Gerald. Detroit. From Detroit. Daddy. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, we hot. We gotta make ourselves hot again. Ain't nobody gonna make us hot. People don't come to Detroit looking for bands. I come to Detroit looking for bands, but everybody in the industry, they're going everywhere else looking for musicians. People we know who y'all probably play better than. They getting gigs though. So we gotta figure that out. We gotta figure it out, you know what I'm saying? We gotta figure out what the problem is, then we gotta fix it. You know, your gear, your look, being on time, You know what I'm saying? You can't be so marinated that you can't even get to the gig. Well, I want to do the gig. I ain't got no car and I ain't got no gas and my phone don't work and my computer broke. You ain't working, bro. Get your shit together, for real. Like, don't even fuck around with us if you ain't got your shit together, because that's what level this is. That's the only level you can hang. You won't be able to hang with a big pop gig unless you're on that level. But it's up to us as grown ass men to do that. We're not kids no more. You know what I'm saying? We're not running through the alley, you know, breaking windows and breaking people's houses and stealing cars. No, we're not doing that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So we grown people, man. I want to see everybody just be successful, man, and just, you know, it should be Bentleys just riding up and down 7 Mile. Like, yo, Marcus, let me ride down. Hold the whip for me. And I said, we got to blow ourselves up, people. Let's blow ourselves up. These guys Derek Bedford is amazing, man. Amazing. You know, we got some geniuses, man. We got some geniuses here, man. We got to just focus in on that. You know what I'm saying? I want to do things where we just supporting our acts. You know, let's take our people platinum, you know?
Why not?
Why not? You know, let's make groups from Detroit, you know, support Dope Boy Cash Out, because they just from the D. You might not like their music or what they're talking about, but still support them. You know what I'm saying? And just support each other. And I think that'll be a good way to start. Let's support each other first, and then as we all spread out looking for work. It should be one person looking for work. If you got 50 niggas looking for a job, somebody gonna find one job out of that 50. Everybody got to spread out, you know. Go to LA, show up in them auditions. If I hear about audition, I usually post them, or I'll call people who numbers I got. Like for the Sparkle thing, I called as many people who I could reach to get there. And then I was really proud to see all my boys in the movie. Lynn Roundtree, Ibrahim, you know what I'm saying, Butter. Seeing all my people up there, it just made me feel good. That let me know that it can happen. And you know, we're gonna do it again with this Marvin Gaye movie. You know, me, Rain Man, you know what I'm saying, Terrence, Derek Bedford. We're gonna do it again because we're trying to put it on the map. But I need y'all to help me. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all back. Valdez got y'all back. We just need y'all to help us, man. And we'll show you guys whatever it is that you guys need to learn for programming as keyboard players. You can't just sit and play no more. You gotta be able to program. Bass players, you better start playing key bass.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, key bass in this motherfucker. No, for real. Yo, you know, drummers, you know, y'all start programming, start learning, you know, the MPC, you know, Pro Tools. Everybody needs to know Pro Tools because this is what industry we're moving into now. A lot of guys get MD jobs because they're good programmers. They might not be the greatest players, but they're good programmers and they know how to get the sounds. Sometimes it's about sounding big. You don't have to play a lot of notes. You know, and just study Greg Filligan's. Greg don't play a lot of notes, but he sounds big.
Yes, sir.
Big as fuck. And that nigga playing with Toto and Michael Jackson, he killing them. And we got to kill or you're going to be killed, straight up. This Detroit, you got to kill. When you go out there, when I go to auditions, I don't care who there. I'm trying to take everybody's head off in the whole building. That's how you get the gig. You got to have that attitude like, hey, I'm the baddest drummer in here. I'm the baddest bass player. I'm the baddest keeper. I'm the baddest singer. And it's just an attitude, but you have to have that confidence to win. You know what I'm saying? So we need to just get as a winning team, as a city that's economically challenged. You know, the musicians ain't gotta be challenged. Niggas in the music industry making money. Niggas ain't broke, and we ain't gotta be broke. It's, you know, just gotta spread out. You know, this man went all the way to China doing gigs. You know what I'm saying? Brazil. So you know, it's room for us all over the world. We just gotta spread out. We gotta work hard. We gotta network. Shout this man out. If I need a guitar, I know Joe Foster. Blah 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 blah. I call Rain Man. He give me all the numbers I need. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got his number. I got his number. Great. Boom. He's on. Now this man's on the Marvin Gaye soundtrack as well. So I'm just trying to put as many people on to that. From there, we move into Young Jeezy. Trying to put as many people on in that situation. They looking for songs. They looking for tracks. They looking for producers. Jeezy is A&R at Atlantic Records now, so he's looking for stuff, and they're coming to Detroit. You know, Big Sean and those guys are bringing the spotlight is back on Detroit, but now we got the spotlight. So what we gonna do with it? That's the key. Now, what are we gonna do? We got the ball. The ball is in your court. So what are y'all gonna do with it? You know, so I'm just saying, let's get our shit together. You know what I'm saying? Take this thing very seriously and just get out here, man, and just take it. We gotta take it. Nobody's gonna give us nothing. Niggas don't give up nothing no more. You gotta take it. You gotta take the gig. You gotta walk in there. You gotta write that hit record. You gotta stay up all night programming. Valdez ain't been out of the house in like 6 years because he's still practicing. That's why y'all don't ever see him no more. That nigga's right now. Killing them. Killing them. Y'all see when Usher new joint come out, it's coming out. It's gonna slam. And that's what we gotta be. It's a high quality. Our music is of high quality. And I learned that from Thomas. We gotta keep it at high quality. Keep it at high quality. Go the extra mile, to get the right sounds. Go the extra mile to learn the right bass line. Don't just make up some church chords. Play the dang on chords. And play the song. The song is what's up. What's that called? Another amazing genius just walking the house. Ladies and gentlemen. That dude is bad. Songwriter, singer, producer. Come on, man. Denon Porter. It's some bad niggas out here, yo. We get paid this ball. It ain't like we got slouches. We got some real players out here. So, we just gotta, as individuals and collectively, we have to make that impact, and we have to really, really get out there and just make you can't, because ain't nothing, you gotta go for it. You can always come back home. I always say, well, shit, even if I don't get the gig, I can always come back to mama's house or come back to the crib if I got to, but you ain't gotta come back. Once you get out there, you're gonna smash everybody. Because most of those cats is lazy. Another thing, Detroit, get rid of the laziness. Right. All that lazy shit ain't working. The lazy, the talking, all that church, he said this and this bitch did that. No, fuck that. All that, cut that shit out. Like, for real. Cut all that out. Get you a plan together, you know what I'm saying? Don't be, I got a D50. No, nigga, get you a fan. Get what you need. Then learn how to work it. Don't be hitting and singing flutes and tubas and shit coming out there to be a piano. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta respect. I'm even saying, though. Get it together, man. Get it together. Do not be late. Be early. And don't be the person with all the chatter. Cut the chatter. It ain't about let your work speak for you. You should be able to sit down at that organ and let that organ talk for you. Thomas Whitfield didn't have to say nothing. That organ did all the talking for everybody in the church. So we got to get back to that style of playing that high quality, like with Earl Van Dyke and Thomas Whitfield and Harold McKinney and those people. They set the bar was set real high. Coming from Detroit, you have to have a certain quality to even mess around in the music field out here. It's a lot of garbage out there, so people get caught up in that. But at the same time, we still got to remember our musicianship. And that's what's most important, our musicianship, our programming, our attitude, our professionalism, and I ain't gonna keep y'all, but thank y'all anyway, man. Yeah.